If you are over 40 and your waistline isn't moving, even if you are training and trying to eat better, the problem isn't effort, it's strategy. And after 40, fat loss becomes regulatory before it becomes caloric. So let me show you where most men get this wrong and what actually works without losing muscle, or if you wish, even improving muscle tone or living in the gym. Because if you push harder using a 20-year-old strategy, your body pushes back. Surprisingly enough, after 40, your body doesn't suddenly break. It becomes less tolerant of chaos. There are four shifts most men ignore. One is insulin sensitivity. Your body handles carbohydrates, carbs, slightly less efficiently. No dramatically, but enough that sloppy eating now shows up around the waist. Two, it's cortisol. Your stress load is higher. That's a fact. Just think of career pressure or family responsibility, lastly, etc., etc., etc. So cortisol stays elevated longer, and elevated cortisol favors fat storage, especially abdominal. Number 3, testosterone margin shrinks. Testosterone declines gradually, not collapse, but decline. That reduces margin for error with sleep, diet, and recovery. 4, recovery capacity. So at 25, you could train hard, sleep poorly, and bounce back. After 40, stress accumulates faster than it clears. So the body becomes more defensive, and defensive systems do not release fat easily. Here is where most men sabotage themselves. 1, they do more cardio. When fat loss slows, they increase output. They do more cardio and they do longer sessions. But cardio is also stress. And if stress is already high, you're stacking stress on stress. A stress body protects energy. Number 2, cutting calories aggressively. So they eat less. But aggressive restriction under stress signals survival, meaning metabolism adapts, training suffers, and muscle becomes harder to maintain. So after 40, the margin for error shrinks. Mistake number 3, they train 5 or even 6 days per week. So more training feels productive. I can relate to that. But without controlled recovery, it amplifies cortisol. And chronically elevated cortisol makes abdominal fat more stubborn, not less. The issue isn't effort, it's stacking instability. Mistake number 3, they train 5 or even 6 days per week. So more training feels productive. I can relate to that. But without controlled recovery, it amplifies cortisol. And chronically elevated cortisol makes abdominal fat more stubborn, not less. The issue isn't effort, it's stacking instability. So now let's see what actually works. After 40, fat loss works when stress is structured, not increased. So I would like to give you clean and simple structure. Number 1 on my list is controlled eating window. I love fasting, but it's not about extreme fasting, and it's clearly not about starvation. A consistent eating window that improves sensory rhythm and reduces random grazing. This is what you need. Simplicity lowers stress. So number 2 on my list is 2 or 3 strength sessions. So you don't need 6 workouts. Yay! You need only 2 or 3 intelligent sessions focused on compound movements. Strength training preserves muscle. Muscle protects metabolism. After 40, it's stimulus and recovery. Number 3, adequate protein. Most men undereat, well undereat, protein. When calories drop and protein is low, muscle drops first. So that makes fat loss harder long term. So around 1.6 and 2 grams per kilo is a solid range. Also, number 4 is sleep as a priority. Poor sleep increases cortisol, also reduces insulin sensitivity, lowers testosterone. So you can't outtrain poor sleep after 40. Number 5 on the list is total stress exposure. So fat loss improves when total stress exposure is managed. Training stress, work stress, diet stress, sleep stress. When stress is structured, the body becomes cooperative again. So if you are serious about rebuilding your body properly, I run a free hormonal reset community for men over 40. We focus on structure, not motivation. The link is below. After 40, fat loss isn't about trying harder. It's about structuring smarter. Guys, this is Greg from NeatFast. Don't forget the old saying, don't try it, try it. Section 1.